eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All systems go.
You're listening to Sudbury News Talk.
I want to show you something.
Stand by.
On the morning shift.
Anything
Could happen.
Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift. I'm AJ Walsh. Glad to be here with you. Thankful that you're here with us on this half edition of the show due to technical difficulties. It happens every once in a while, and it happened today. So there are, Microsoft has stopped supporting any of their whatever it is operating system because they're going into Windows 11 and they're not going to be supporting anything previous to that. So I have, 2 laptops going right now that are Microsoft, and they both have to be replaced. I've ordered new ones. They've come in. I just have to set them up. And so we're still just hanging on a thread with the other 2 computers. And so that's what caused the problem. I could have been a little bit more forward thinking with them, but I wasn't, and it is what it is, and here we are, and it's a miracle that we're even on for half the show. But we are here, and that's the important thing, and you are here, and we're just glad to be here with you. Pretty much each and every weekday morning, roughly between the hours of 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. on CKLU 96.7 FM on terrestrial radio, streaming live at cklu.ca on the internet globally. We're happy to bring you the latest from local news, regional, provincial, federal, and international news as it comes into play, and as we get word of it through the media, and independent and mainstream. And we like to try to unpack what the news is, and that's why we're sharing our views on the news every weekday morning, and that involves yourself to be able to comment. So we're live on those 2 platforms, along with facebook.com/Sudbury News, youtube.com/Sudbury News. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Comment, like I said. We'll do our best to get your comments up on the screen, read for those listening, up on the screen for those watching. And we're found on demand on those 2 platforms, along with x.com/Sudbury News and Sudbury.news, which is our news aggregator there in answer to our federal government's policies, which does not allow news to be shared on the world's largest social media platform, which is Facebook, and also Instagram, owned by Meta. So let's dive right into the weather. We'll get through that. We'll get some local headlines. We'll get to some issues. Our country, what is Canada, basically, what's going on in our country. A lot of people are trying to make sense of the world they're living in, and we try to do that on the show. So we'll be back right after this with some weather. And weather brought to you by SudburyWeather.ca. As usual, it's currently minus 7 degrees. It's mostly cloudy out there. Today we're going to expect it to be mainly cloudy, clearing in the morning, fog patches dissipating very early on, high of 0. But minus 13 with the wind chill this morning. Tonight, increasing cloudiness this evening. Wind 15 kilometers per hour, low minus 3. Wind chill will be minus 7 overnight. And then tomorrow, cloudy, periods of rain or snow beginning in the afternoon. And then the wind will be 20 kilometers per hour in the afternoon. High of plus 4, wind chill minus 6 in the morning. UV index 1 or low. And overnight it'll be cloudy with a 60% chance of showers or flurries. That's tomorrow night. Thursday night we're talking about. And then Friday, 60% chance of showers or flurries. And then Saturday, sunny, and that's +2 on Friday as well. And then +1 on Saturday with sunny. So let's hope that's going to happen. And then a 30% chance of showers or flurries on Sunday with a high of 4. Monday, 3 is your high, a 30% chance of flurries or rain. Tuesday, 1 degree, 30% chance of flurries or showers. So we're getting into, some pretty messy weather as it looks, or a chance of it anyways, 30% chance. That's your Sudbury weather, brought to you by SudburyWeather.ca. We'll be back with news headlines, your comments, and more right after this. So something I guess everyone should be informed of, like right off the hop, is from Sudbury.com. Don't be alarmed when this test goes off on your phone today. The test message will simulate an emergency alert, beginning with an alert tone, when that happens on your phone. So don't call 911 for information about the test. Using 911 for non-emergency calls could delay people from experiencing real emergencies. Those living with intimate partner violence may have an emergency cell phone hidden. The release said during the alert ready test, these phones will go off, potentially putting lives at risk. If you are using a hidden phone or tablet as part of your personal safety planning, take steps now to stay safe during the alert. Be sure to power these devices off to avoid discovery. Now, that's something I never even thought of. I never even thought that was a thing, but I guess it is. And I guess it's a known thing amongst people that are in threat of experiencing intimate partner violence. They got a phone hidden somewhere just in case of emergency that they can run to. But here you go. So if this emergency alarm goes off and the person that they feel threatened by hears it going off in the closet or in a cabinet or under a bed or wherever. So I don't know. And let's say they're not hearing this right now. Let's say they don't read Sudbury.com or on our Sudbury.news website, or they just don't hear the news. That puts them at risk. So I don't know. That's a weird thing. And you'd think they'd give a lot more notice than this for that reason. But I never, ever thought that was a thing. It is a thing. Okay, so I just wanted to get that in before too long. And if you know anybody, you might want to spread the word and let them know that there's an alert going to be happening today, and to maybe turn the ringers off on your phones. Now, if you have an emergency phone stored away somewhere, I guess you have to turn it off. I guess even if the sound is off, does it still go off, the alarm? That's a question here I have. So these phones will go off, potentially putting lives at risk. So they will go off, even if the ringer's turned off. Okay, so that's something you might want to. So you can check your cell phone's compatibility if you go to the Sudbury.com story. The Alert Ready system was developed with many partners, including federal, provincial, and territorial emergency management officials, Environment and Climate Change Canada. Well, that's important. Palmorex, whatever that is, the broadcasting industry and wireless service providers. Together, these partners work to ensure Canadians receive alerts immediately and know when to take action to stay safe, the release said. But it's counterproductive in this case that this is the first time I'm hearing about this idea of a secret phone somewhere just in case of a domestic emergency. So anyways, it is what it is. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I know it's just going to be a short show. Good morning, Northern Hillbilly. Thanks for being on. Guess they are getting kicked out of their 10th country. Okay, I'm not sure what that's referring to. Nana, good morning to you. Blessings, everyone. And good morning, Belinda. Never beg for a seat. Build your own table and invite whoever you want. Double heart emoji, and that's so true. Make your own opportunities in life. Don't wait for others to provide them for you. Maurice, good morning to you. Oh, Monique, sorry, good morning. Smiley emoji. And Judy, good morning. Hazel, good morning. Prayer emoji, much needed, much appreciated. Tracy, good morning to you. I searched, I found. Good morning from Niagara. Good morning to you as well. Yes, it's not, I guess Facebook doesn't send out alerts for our show all the time. It does some of the time for some of the people, but not all the time for all the people. And good morning, Vin. Thanks for being on. Belinda says Sudbury has a huge crime problem. How can any of us feel safe? We're in a crisis. What is the mayor going to do about it? Well, I guess you got to, yeah. I don't think anything really, to tell you the truth. I think they're going to do things, but I don't think it's going to solve anything. Larry, what the heck just happened there? Good morning. Yeah, everyone. It was my laptop that pretty much I gave it CPR, resuscitated it, and now we're here. So that's great. Maurice, there you are. Good morning to you. And Sheila, good morning. All is one. So yes. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Northern Hillbilly. And good morning. Blessings, everyone. That's Denise. And Jerome, good morning to you. We will be talking about Canada here. It's Canada real estate. Catan private sector has shown increasing interest in investing in Canadian real estate, with Qatar investors being drawn to Canada. Canada's stable financial system, I don't know how stable it is these days, but I guess it's stable compared to some. And attractive investment climate. This is part of a broader trend of strengthening economic ties and investments flow between the two nations. It's true. Qatar and the United States, too. I know Donald Trump has been, increasing ties with Qatar as well. And Claude, good morning to you. Thanks for being on. Brian, good morning to you. Just arrived. Yeah, we just arrived recently as well. Renald, good to see you on this morning as well. So just get this comment up on the screen, these comments here. And yeah, sometimes it's hard to find us for sure. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Diane, good morning to you. And Renald, you don't feel safe in Sudbury, and our city is in crisis. They prefer the people to die because it's cheaper. Oh my goodness, that's very harsh, but hey, if that's the way you feel, I know you're not the only one, so thanks for sharing that. When you see them, you'll understand more and get the big picture. That's Northern Hillbilly. So, okay, let's dive right in this morning. Let's see if there's any more local headlines, and then we'll head right into, the Heart Hub. Why the new Heart Hub in Sault Ste. Marie did a subtle soft launch? What about the Heart Hub in Sudbury? I'm just wondering about that. Following months of waiting for provincial funding to come in Sault Ste. Marie, they've soft launched the Heart Hub. So more on that is CBC. You can visit them. I'm wondering how things are going with ours in Sudbury. I heard the Lorraine Street project anyways wasn't at full capacity. That's what I heard. Again, I'm not trying to spread rumors. I'm not trying to be misinformed. I'm just asking a question. I'm putting it out there for anyone who does have the answer to that. What capacity is Lorraine Street at, and how is the Heart Hub functioning here in Sudbury so far, right? Okay, so we talked about this before. The Community Action Network by 2027 will be no more. This is Sudbury.com. Greater Sudbury members approved a plan to shift away from the Community Action Network, the CAN system, during the months-long transition period during 2027, a move Ward 9 Councillor Debbie McIntosh called reimagining. Now you remember, I forget what it was called, but the acronym was, well, it was CRAP. Remember we talked about that, and I said, ooh, they're going to have to do something to change the wording of that program, because you don't want to go from CAN to CRAP, CAN to CRAP. Okay, so yeah, I guess we're going to just dive in. We got some more national related news here from Wake Up Canada. I love these guys. Just talking about how, with the global movement to globalism, how our money is actually financing the global movements, the UN, the WHO, the other international organizations, and you wouldn't even have known that, a lot of us, right? So good morning, Liette. Thanks for being on. Much appreciated. Great to see you. Yes, it does spell crap. If you can put the dots together for the acronym. It's pretty funny, actually. It is what it is. Okay, I'll have to go back to the headline. I shared it on our Sudbury News Facebook page and go back and find that to get what the actual wording is of the new program that's going to take over for CAN. The acronym does spell crap. Okay, here you go. Wake Up Canada News for all y'all.
Welcome to Wake Up Canada News. I'm Brad Wilder. This next article was researched and written by one of our Wake Up Canada News contributing reporters. Wake Up Canada, what you're living under isn't just bad governance, it's a betrayal. A decade of liberal rule, decades of work, decades of contributions to the Canada Pension Plan and old age security. And what do we have to show for it? A government using the money we earned to fight us, to manipulate us, to hide the truth, all about the economy, and to polish the images of politicians and global elites while we struggle to survive. Think about that for just a second. Every dollar you've worked for, every paycheck we've counted on, every sacrifice you've made, it's all been siphoned into a system that serves everyone but you. The UN, NATO, the World Economic Forum, the WHO, climate funds, international development programs, your money flows into them. And when you protest, when you question, when you try to protect your future, the same system turns around and uses your money to fight you. That's right, we're financing the very forces that undermine us. Mark Carney is the perfect symbol of it. He walks through the corridors of power like a king, showing off the Canada Pension Plan as proof that Canada is strong and that everything is under control, while ordinary Canadians watch their living standards collapse. Housing is out of reach, wages have been stagnant for decades, the cost of groceries is insane, and yet your retirement savings, our hard-earned money, is treated like a prop, a marketing tool, a way to make the government and its global partners look competent while we get weaker, poorer, and powerless. And it's not just the illusion of strength. Every so-called enhancement to the CPP, every delay in the OAS benefits, every clawback punishes Canadians who try to save or even act responsibly. The system centralizes control, strips choice, and makes dependence look like security. Meanwhile, our money is funneled into global projects and international institutions that answer to nobody here in Canada. Our pensions are no longer our own. They're weapons. Weapons that enforce global agendas, political optics, and bureaucratic power, all while Canadians are left struggling to pay rent, feed families, and even keep afloat. This is the anger we should all feel. This is a betrayal we should all recognize. Our own money is being used against us. Our contributions make the government look competent. Our retirement funds are leveraged to strengthen international alliances, global agendas, and elite reputations. And if we dare resist, we're told we're unreasonable, you're selfish, that you're ungrateful. No, we're awake. We see it. We know who benefits and who suffers. The vicious paradox is unbearable. The government grows stronger because we pay it. Global elites gain power because we fund them. Canadians are left with dependents dressed up as stability. Every year we work harder, pay more, and wait longer for retirement only to see our contributions used to polish someone else's reputation and advance agendas that have nothing to do with our own lives. This isn't governance, this isn't democracy, this is theft in plain sight. And the most infuriating part is there's no escaping it. The system is built so we can't opt out. We cannot vote on international priorities. We cannot control where our contributions even go. The money is ours in name only. In reality, it's a tool to manipulate, distract, and contain us. Canadians, feel the anger, channel it, recognize the betrayal. This is not security, this is dependence. This is a system designed to use our own money to weaken us while strengthening everyone else. And until we wake up to the scale of it, until we demand control, accountability, and truth, this cycle will continue. We are not investing in our own futures. We are paying to be controlled. And that, above all, should make every Canadian furious.
Yeah, and the new budget, the Liberals, they've changed the way that we look at our deficits. To capital projects are being separated from the deficit, and they're just changing the terms, and they're saying we're investing in Canada, we're nation building. They have all these terms that they're using and stuff. And really, it's not investing. You're going in debt. You're giving money to companies, so it's corporate welfare that they're saying is investing. So they just changed the terms and use your money for their purposes, while they're actually increasing their status and their wealth. And it is what it is, but not the only one talking about it. These aren't lone voices that are recognizing what's going on in our world, in our country. There's many people who see it, including a lot of the people listening to the show or watching this show. You also recognize what's going on. It's not just a few people. Many people are becoming awake to what's happening. And here's the blender guys basically saying the same thing.
Canada is objectively broken. The nation has become the equivalent of an obese person who insists that they're still beautiful. The mirror shows disease, but the nation keeps ignoring its reflection, telling itself that everything's fine while the seams split. Since the Liberals took office in 2015, crime is up 63% in Ottawa alone. Violent crime climbed 58%, property crime 64%, and shoplifting has surged nearly 400%. Our so-called justice system now treats criminals as victims and victims as collateral damage. Meanwhile, a record 4.1 million food bank visits in Toronto revealed just how bad the cost of living crisis has become. Just 5 years ago, the number was below 1 million. Now, food bank use has risen 340% since 2019, and 1 in 10 Torontonians depends on handouts to eat. And our healthcare system, once the pride of the nation, is now in shambles. Out of 30 comparable countries, Canada ranks 3rd in total spending as a share of its economy. Yet it ranks 27th for doctors, 25th for hospital beds, 27th for MRI machines, 28th for CT scanners, and dead last for surgical wait times. Canada spends more on healthcare than almost any other universal system in the world, yet delivers less. We are bloated with bureaucracy, heavy with debt, and addicted to denial. Like the obese person who calls themselves body positive, we can pretend this is fine, but it isn't. As Ayn Rand aptly noted, we can ignore reality, but we cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Canada...
Right? So... there's many voices, there's many people becoming aware of where we're at in our country, in our world, what's going on. We're shifting from a nation to a more global landscape where there's going to be the global forces, one world government, one world currency, possibly a one world religion, all under the guises of one person, because it's not a democracy, right? So there's no setup. There's going to be a ruler over it. So that should make everybody at least cringe a little bit, because if that ruler ain't nice, ain't going to be good, right? So it just all depends on that one person who's going to be in charge of everything. And that's what it's all coming down to. And you got a lot of people working towards that. They think they're going to get the reward for making the world into that. And they're going to be rich. They're going to be on the side of whoever's in power. And so they won't be under the boot of them. And so they have people working towards that feel they're going to get their reward from that. But they are going to get a reward. But it's not what they think it's going to be. Okay, that's all the time we got for today. We are grateful that you've been with us. We're thankful that we had at least a half a show. It's better than no show. Thanks for being with us. We'll be back same time, same place on the same platforms, God willing, tomorrow. Remember to stay aware, like, share, take care. Stay tuned now for Earshot Daily on CKLU 96.7 FM. See ya. Have a safe and wonderful hump day Wednesday. Be back tomorrow. Ciao for now.
This is Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.